You know what I'm saying? So yeah, we're talking about fairness. It's like everything is the only reason why the air of unfairness exists in this situation, ma'am, is because of you. What is up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to another episode of Find Your Formula Reacts. Now today, hot off the press, got another banger from Home Maps as responsibilities. Red flag number 9. Now, he's again, how he does his titles to me don't make sense. But I feel like I need to watch Red Flag 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Kind of watch all of them. I might live stream it, watch all of them, and then kind of give my feedback on each one because these things kind of all seem to tie into each other. And if you spend any time on this side of the internet, like the manosphere, whatever the case may be, Rich Cooper actually has a book out called what's it called, the Alpha Bible or something like that. And in the one of the chapters in the book, he talks about red flags, and I want to kind of maybe see if there's some correlation. But if that's something you guys would like me to do, you like me to live stream that stuff or start live streaming in general, just go ahead and like the video, drop a comment down below, and we'll get into it. But without any further ado, let's get into it. The video.
So my 6 kids all have different dads.
Whoa, what hey, what, brother? We're 2 seconds in. She has 6 kids. She don't look that old, bro. She don't busted, but she don't look that old. They have 6 children, and they all got different fathers. Yeah, well, I mean, I don't know what else you gonna say. Like that's all the red flags. That's 6 red flags right there. But all right, I'm gonna let it play.
So my 6 kids all have different dads.
Whoa, slow down.
Yeah, like
I'm trying to get a few minutes out of this video. You gotta save something for later.
oh
And
God.
today, one of the dads came to pick up my son to take him to the beach.
Okay, now
Good
we're
dad.
getting somewhere.
He knocks on the door and he's like, "Hey, I'm picking up, so-and-so to pick him up for the beach." And I'm like, "Okay, are you taking the rest of his 5 siblings? Because if you're not taking them, then he's not going."
Okay, now we're not.
What? Bro, I don't understand. I don't understand that concept at all. Because and this is why like a lot of people will say like why you I know I said I was gonna let it play, but that irked me. Because here's the thing, right? Let's say he's the good man who does that. The good man, right? Let's just say that's what we're gonna call him, the good man, okay? And he's the one who takes all 6 kids out. She's now going to expect that from him all the time. And the minute he doesn't do it or can't do it, here come the sign languages and the shame and the guilt and blah, 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 blah. Because he's trying to be the good man. But now the other 5 baby daddies, she probably still letting them crack. You know what? That's not even fair. I don't want to make any assumptions about this woman. I'm just going to purely go off of what she tells us. But that's insane. You have 6 children. The one dad who's trying to spend time with his kid, you're making it impossible for him because you made bad decisions. Like, that's so counterproductive and counterintuitive. Okay, we're going to let it play. I'm trying not to get irked, but we're going to let it rock.
Today's red flag is egocentrism, which means
There we go.
basically whenever somebody is thinking or acting from these lower 3 levels, especially if they don't have any ability to move beyond them. A lot of people think that they understand psychology and they don't. They just repeat words they heard on a screen.
Right.
That's why I'm trying to give you guys words to repeat, except hopefully it'll be difficult to misuse these. A word that gets misused a lot is narcissist. It's also mispronounced. It should be narcissist. The guy who fell in love with his reflection was Narcissus. The C is hard in Latin. Anyway, the word basically means egocentric. They'll say, my ex was a narcissist, meaning that he was a selfish jerk. He was egotistical. He was controlling. He was selfish. And here's the problem. Those are things that a narcissist would say about a more highly developed person. So someone who is egocentric will call you egocentric if you don't give them what they want. This happened to me when I was 22. I had a girlfriend who trampled all over my boundaries, and I said, I don't like that. You have to stop that or we have to break up. And she told me that I was controlling and selfish and abusive, but it was actually her. This is a common relationship type where somebody who's at level 5 or level 6 will meet someone who's at level 3, and they will think, well, you're not a belonger. You're not like these conformist people in the middle. So you must be up here with me. Whereas in reality, they're down here beneath conformity. They haven't gotten through it yet. And I'm going to show you how to tell the difference
I really want to read this entire chart. Oh, Matt, if you ever see this video, man, is this chart right here? Is this available for sale on your links or anything like that? Because I think that this is super important to say, hey, where your consciousness level is compared to your partner's. These are some of the problems that you might run into in your relationship. And I think that's dope because you'll see a lot of times where people will look at the personality traits and stuff like that. They're like, well, I'm a there's mainly women who do this, but I'm a ENT whatever, and I like this type of person. And you have someone's like, well, I'm an IABCQ HDMI, and I blah blah blah. But I think the level of consciousness is cool, and it also has like boxes here. I guess I'm guessing this is when people are on the same level, maybe like what that means and how that is helpful. But yeah, man, that's really cool. I really want to get my hands on this and study this and see. Um, yeah, that's really cool. Like even like right here, it says like let me move over. Trophy wife. Good lord, I can't talk. I'm still mad about earlier. I'm trying to play it down, but I'm like, what do you mean 6 kids? You know what I'm saying? Shared identity, group-based friendships, protege and seeker. Yeah, this is cool. Man fascinated by woman. Woman sees lectures, man. I mispronounced that word, but we're gonna act like I didn't. Okay, yeah. I really want to get this. I want to get my hands on this though. But let's continue.
Up here with me, whereas in reality, they're down here beneath conformity. They haven't gotten through it yet. And I'm going to show you how to tell the difference with levels. But first, a quick reminder. I did a lot of reading to learn all this stuff, and I took a lot of notes, and my sponsor, Shortform, took the notes for you.
Nice.
Learn more about human behavior faster with Shortform. 20% off with my link.
Nice.
So let's figure out what this lovely lady is saying.
He's like, the other kids are not my responsibility. I don't need to take them anywhere. And I'm like, well, if you want to take your child on whatever activities you have planned for the day, then you must include the rest of his siblings. It is not fair that you're going to take one child to the beach and then you were going to go fishing and do all these other activities and for their siblings to be home bored.
Let's stop right there. This refined young lady has 6 kids with 6 guys.
Yeah.
One of the guys comes to take care of his kid. I don't know how he knows which one it is. Good for him. And then she says that he must also take care of 5 other guys' kids. That's sign number 1, because this is not something that's agreed upon in our society. This is not a rule that we have that you must take care of all of the children of your baby mama, but she said that he must do it. That language indicates that she thinks she's in control of all people and the whole world. That's control consciousness. And control consciousness is not a bad thing if it's inside of higher levels, but she obviously cannot get there. If she could, she would be able to take a second person perspective and think, what would it be like if I was baby daddy and I had to care for 5 kids that were not mine?
Yeah. And then I think, and I don't know, but maybe even the next level would be if I was a child or if I was growing up in this environment, how will this affect my child in the long run? To say, like, well, my mom doesn't let my dad take me anywhere without my 5 siblings. Is that child going to then not only resent me, but then to resent the siblings as well, based off of the circumstances that I've created due to my bad decisions? I think that's like the step above that. I think 3 or 4, but yeah, that's absolutely that's insane, man. And it's even worse because these people get to vote, you know, and those people, their vote matters just as much as ours. Now, most of the country doesn't vote. I was actually talking to my homie about this the other day, but most of the country doesn't vote. But still, this woman can vote, drive a car, own a firearm, thinks it's completely normal, legal, okay for baby daddy 1, who's actually trying to be there for his kids and trying to take care of his kid, to then have to take care of 5 other men's children, all because you were irresponsible. And she gets to vote. That's crazy.
She is not capable of doing this. That's why she says must. She confuses I want with you must. Those are the same thing at this level. Remember, scumbag Steve, it's cool for me to smoke in your house because it just is, because that's just the way things are. That's where her mind is. She has not yet grown to a level where she can understand that this is what I want, but not what you want. She does not yet understand that baby daddy does not want to spend his resources on another guy's kids. Baby daddy then says that the other siblings are not his responsibility, and she replies that that is not fair to the siblings. Notice that she has zero recognition of what's not fair
To
to
him.
baby daddy.
Exactly the point that I made earlier. We're talking about fairness. Okay, yeah, facts, dude. Facts. Not only that, it's not fair to the kid either. It's not fair to the kid. The kids are the victims here. All of them. All of them are the victims here because you're gonna have one kid who gets to go out and do all this stuff, and then you're gonna have the other kids resent them, depending on the age of the kids. I don't know, right? And then it's gonna be like, well, my dad actually loves me because the kids are brutal, man. Kids are ruthless. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, we're talking about fairness. It's like everything is the only reason why the air of unfairness exists in this situation, ma'am, is because of you and the men as well. They shouldn't have knocked her up. Like, let's not make it all the woman's fault. You have one irresponsible woman and you have 6 irresponsible men. All right. So we're not just going to say like it's all the woman's fault, women bad, men good. That's not what I'm saying. But in this situation here, you're the primary caregiver. You have custody of all the children. It sounds like all of them live with you. So what are we talking about? What's fair and what's not fair? Like, it's not fair to the children that they have parents that are y'all. That's not fair, but it is what it is. So
That's sign number 2. Let's continue.
I told him, if you do not take the rest of his siblings, if you don't take all 5 of his siblings, he will not be going. And guess what? Now they're here in the backyard playing because he refused to take his siblings with him. And now my son is in the room crying because he thinks his dad is the bad guy.
Did you catch all those? She
Yeah,
said the
yeah.
siblings are here because baby daddy refused and not because of her. Then she said, my son, not ours, thinks his dad is the bad guy. He doesn't have to think that. You can tell him what you did.
One is not going to go to the beach while the other ones stay here at home not doing it. That is simply not right.
Simply not right means it just is.
It's all of them or none of them.
It just is.
that's
And in
crazy.
this case, obviously it was none. So now I'm the one that's stuck here with 6 children.
This is a bad thing happening
Yeah,
to me.
yeah,
not you.
yeah. You, bro, yeah, professional victimhood 101 right there. And he's breaking it down very good with using the levels of consciousness to say, like, hey, because it's very easy to look at this like from the outside to say, like, hey, everything that she's saying is wrong. And what Whole Math is doing is saying everything that she's saying is wrong, but here's the thought process that breeds those incorrect sayings or that incorrect mindset. And it's very good to kind of look at it from a 3,000-foot perspective to say, okay, if this is what this woman says, I can pretty much guess what level she's on. Now, mind you, you can still use all of this for evil. You very well can still use all this for evil because you know exactly if you learn and I'm not saying you should, I'm just saying you could, right? If you learn a person's level of consciousness, you learn exactly what it is they want. And if you're at a higher level of consciousness, you know exactly how to curtail or to create situations that are going to make them feel like they get what they want. And that's dangerous for all people involved because then you have that exact same woman that says all men are trash, da-da-da. It's like it's like you can use these things for manipulation 101. Or you learn manipulation to see when someone is trying to manipulate you. It sounds like that's what that guy did. He was like, oh, okay, well, hey, look, your mom said you can't go. So I'm sorry, you can't go. Sorry, kid. See you next weekend. And he goes and lives his life. And she's talking about how I'm stuck here with all 6 kids. If you would have let him go, you would have been stuck there with 5. Like, what are you talking about? Nothing about this makes any sense. But it's very interesting how he does these videos. And it's making me think like past the layer of, okay, obviously everything she's saying is wrong, but why? I would then say, well, because da-da-da-da-da. Okay, but what made her say that? Well, I don't know. You watch this video, now you kind of learn what makes this type of person say what they say. You know, it's very good.
Bad things can't happen to you because you don't have needs. So that's how you recognize actual narcissism or egocentrism. It's not just when disagree, it's what I want just is. So if you ever get accused of this dumb buzzword, here's what you do. You say, I see what you want. It's this, this, and this, right? And if she says yes, you say, well, I just don't want the same thing. And if she says that her way is right because it just is, then you're not the bad guy.
Yeah.
That is second person perspective. Level 1 is what I want. Level 2 is what I can get from you and how I get it. Level 3 is what I can get from my world and network and how I can get it. And it's not until level 4 that you start to think, oh, what about
Everyone
what you
else.
want?
Yeah.
That's right here, second person perspective. I'm personally working on 6th myself, but I'll explain that in an upcoming video. Don't forget to click my link. I've got a lot going on right now. You can get life guidance with SelfMax. You can get my charts digitally or as posters. You can buy my book, get a mug or a t-shirt. Come personally talk to me on Discord by joining HM Elite. I hang out there at least every few days.
Nice.
And more is coming. I have a new book coming out soon. See you.
Yeah, go buy all his stuff. This channel's great. I mean, I love this channel. Yeah, everything about that is really dope. I definitely like how he put that, though. Yeah, it's making me kind of think. And what my thought process is like I said, when you learn these things and you learn like what level you're at and how to get to the next level, it's got to be hard living your life as someone who only moves like, well, what I want is what I want. But I also think, again, because I'm trying to put all these things together, I also think as well, when it comes down to like the value chart, you know, whether there's this chart by Rollo Tomasi where it's like at 30, women are like on the decline and men are on the incline. I think the biggest reason why women who make it to 30 who aren't married, let's say, are on the decline is because they only focus on what they want. I want a guy who's this, and this, but I don't know what that guy wants. And the reason why you don't know what that guy wants is because you haven't even thought about it. That hasn't even crossed your mind because you're stuck on, well, this is just what I want. And what I want just is. Well, what does that person want? Well, they should just want me. Well, why should they just want you when you don't just want them? You want them for all the things that they have, and you want them to want you for all the things that you have. But what if those things just aren't things that they want? Well, then they're just wrong, or they're sassy, or they're whatever shaming language the woman's going to use. And it really goes to show like the level of consciousness throughout society is dropping. And we see that because of the things that we watch with the dating. Like the Pop the Balloon show is like the most primal example of what Ho Math is talking about. You know what I'm saying? Where like a normal looking dude will walk up, every chick pops their balloon. And it's like, well, now it's kind of, it's almost like a level in between 2 and 3, I think, because they'll pop the balloon because of initial attraction, AKA he doesn't have something that I want initially. And then they'll get to talking to the guy, and then it's like, okay, well, also he doesn't da-da-da-da-da. Like they have to then justify the action, as opposed to taking a step back, waiting at least to hear what this person has to say, and then making a decision to say, well, we disagree morally on children. I don't want any more children because I have 4. This person wants children. I just don't think it'll work. That's fair, because you're at least acknowledging what the other side wants and admitting that you wouldn't be able to give them that, which is fine. Totally fine. But when you don't even acknowledge what the other side wants, it's like you're not even humanizing them. Like that woman didn't even, which is even crazier to think about, that a woman would sleep with a man she doesn't even humanize on the back end, but she'll give him the greatest honor that a woman can give a man, which is a child. And that's the part to me that's baffling. Like we're all backwards and upside down. Like you'll sleep with a dude before you know if he has a job or not. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, oh, it's just casual sex. It's just casual sex. But it's not casual though, because there's so many ramifications that can happen because of it. And I'm hypocritical as well. I'm saying I've partaken in this culture, so I'm not acting like all high and mighty, but this video has really got me thinking about stuff. It's really got me thinking about stuff. But if anything I said kind of resonates with you guys in the comments, drop your thoughts below. I really want to kind of hash this out and talk about it more. I feel like there's something at the end of fleshing this out that maybe I'm missing here. that maybe I'm missing here. But that's all I got for this video, guys. If you like the video, please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And also don't forget the best way to help out the channel is to watch another one of the videos that you see popping up on the screen right now. I will catch you guys on the next one. Peace.